Your patch backlog just got a faster enemy. Google's warning is not that hackers suddenly became geniuses. It is that AI can turn exploit work into something closer to an assembly line. Reuters reported that Google sees hackers using AI for exploit development and attack automation. Politico, CNBC, and The Guardian framed the same alarm even more sharply. AI is helping threat actors move toward larger, faster exploitation attempts. The important part is not the sci-fi headline. It is the operational shift. Before, a serious exploit campaign had bottlenecks. Somebody had to understand the bug, write a proof of concept, adapt it to different systems, test it, clean up errors, and then package the attack so it could run at scale. Skilled teams could do that, but each step cost time. That time was a defender's oxygen. AI compresses that oxygen. It can summarize a vulnerable code path, suggest exploit variations, translate scripts between environments, draft phishing or lure text, and help automate the boring glue work between reconnaissance and execution. Even when the model is imperfect, it can keep the conveyor belt moving. A human attacker becomes the supervisor of many half-finished attempts instead of the craftsperson of one. That is why today's mechanism is the firebreak queue. Do not imagine one giant wall that blocks every AI-assisted attack. Imagine a cyber fire marshal forcing every suspicious move through narrow inspection doors. Asset inventory, exploit exposure, privilege limits, egress controls, logging, and kill switches. The goal is not to make the factory disappear. The goal is to stop factory speed from becoming blast radius. Here is the conflict. Attackers want parallelism. They want hundreds of guesses, variants, and probes running at once. Defenders often still work serially. Ticket, meeting, approval, patch window, exception, then maybe a dashboard. That mismatch is the real drama. If your organization treats every vulnerability like a slow paperwork problem, AI-assisted attackers get to spend your delay as their advantage. The firebreak queue changes the question from, can we patch everything today, to, where can this exploit actually spread before we patch? If a vulnerable service has broad network access, permanent credentials, and weak monitoring, it jumps to the front of the line. If the same bug sits behind segmentation, short-lived credentials, and aggressive logging, it is still urgent, but it is not the same fire. This is also why identity and permissions matter so much. AI does not need to be flawless if the environment is generous. A mediocre exploit with excellent permissions can do more damage than a brilliant exploit trapped in a small room. Least privilege is not a compliance slogan here. It is a fire door. For builders, the practical move is boring but powerful. Build a queue that ranks exposure, not just severity. Pair every critical bug with 3 questions. What can reach it? What can it reach? And how fast would we know if it moved? Then automate the first response. Isolate the service. Rotate the token. Block the outbound path. Preserve the logs. Patch next, but contain first. Google's warning should not make teams freeze. It should make them redesign the tempo of defense. The winning posture is not panic, and it is not pretending AI hacking is hype. It is putting inspection gates in front of the conveyor belt, because in the AI hacking war, the defender who wins is not always the one with the biggest wall. It is the one whose firebreak queue turns speed into stoppage. Become the operator who turns AI speed panic into inspected, containable firebreaks.